Hello, everyone, and welcome to another night of Overwatch. I'm your maitre d', GT Gamer Z. And on mic with me tonight is everyone's favorite moderator, Edak. Say hi, Edak.
Hi, Edak.
All right, I hope you guys, fans in the stands, are ready for a matchup tonight because we got one for you. Today, we have second week of Pro League, right? Two teams going up tonight, featuring the Monke, captained by, who's the captain of that team again, Edak?
Jotaro.
Jotaro. Okay. And going up against the Valkyrie Vanguard, captained by, let's see, still not super familiar with this.
Venom.
Valkyrie Vanguard by Venom. Easy to remember.
That's some great alliteration.
Oh, yeah. You think they planned that?
We'll have to ask at some point. Maybe we can get one of them in the chat tonight. They take a dub, and we can ask them if their alliteration was on purpose.
Oh, that all depends on if they win tonight or not to get into the booth. Let's see. If I remember right, the stats last time were pretty decent across the board. It looks like an evenly matched team, with stats going up and down for both teams, being comparable.
Yeah, we had Venom sitting with about 15,500 healing total per game. That is. Which is pretty solid, sitting pretty even with the elims and assists at 23 and 25.5. But leading the Valkyrie Vanguard in the eliminations is Toast Ferratu with 24.5 per game.
Ooh, really can't sleep on Toast.
What about damage?
Will make you regret it.
What about damage? We got, I think Toast is leading on damage as well, 11.5. So
11,500.
And correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in chat or anybody who's watching their last game, I believe he is on DPS right now. We got Venom and Zesty on healing, obviously, with the healing numbers there. Prefire and Toast on DPS, and Dax, I believe, is running tank, if I am not mistaken. But that seems to be what the stats are saying anyway. Mitigation on Dax.
Saying, but
mitigation's at 56.
But as we know that if the team decides, they could absolutely scramble around their composition at any time in between matches. Yeah. So really, it can go in any which direction. We can see Toast on DPS for all we know.
Well, considering he was there last week, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Dax may still be on tank. Who knows? The whole team may be all flipped around.
And I believe Valkyrie Vanguard are coming out of a win from last week.
Nope, they took the loss. They did take a first round win against the Cosmic Crusaders, but they crusaded back on the final two games of that map or that series, and Cosmic Crusaders ended up coming out with a dub here, 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
So it wasn't a shutout.
Wasn't a shutout.
And I can tell from these stats that it must have been quite a show of a game. Because you don't get stats like this for just, getting run over.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a fun one to watch, and they brought the heat. It was a good one. But speaking of shutout, let's flip gears here real quick and take a look at Monke. Because Monke, in the week 1, did record the first shutout of the season 2 Overwatch Pro League here against Snowballs, taking a 2-0 win against them. So they're coming in here with team captain Jotaro, and I believe he's running heals. Granted, his damage and heals per game are fantastic. 6.5, 7.5.
They're coming in with a little bit of pep, a little bit of momentum from their win from last week, but things can definitely shift around from week to week. I can't help but notice that the stats do seem somewhat even. It's not exactly going to be a complete, no one. I don't think we should count anyone out for this match.
Yeah, I completely agree. The Monkey here has a very strong showing, and they proved that last week with no balls. But there's always going to be a weak point at some place, and that 2-0 could turn into an 0-2 at any point. Same thing with Valkyrie Vanguard. They could turn that 1-2 from last week into 2-1 from this week, or even another 2-0. You don't know, and that's the great thing about Bro League is that any team can beat any other team on any given day. So it's a good one to remember. But
right.
T sitting at the top of their leaderboard with 24.5 elims as well. That matches up with Tosferatu over on Valk. And the... Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I do believe that this is the first week that some of the teams, if not all of them, have received a little bit of coaching on the side. Is that right?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. We have implemented coaches now. So yeah, it's
we could be seeing completely different strategies from last week.
Yeah, you don't know. It could be completely different. It could be more the same. It could be more polished of the same. Yeah.
Well, that makes me excited to see what is actually going to happen tonight, because I can't wait to see some new strats or some more of the same, as long as it gets better. And I guarantee you, it's going to get better.
It's got to get better. And for us to get better, we have to actually get moving on here and actually see where we're going to be headed. Let's take a look at the map ban and see where we're headed off to. We got Hollywood, Pariso, and Blizzard World being taken off the map by Valkyrie Vanguard. Iconvolved, Nimbani, and Midtown off by Monke. And that leaves us with the one and only Kings Row, which, if my memory serves from Season 1, is a pretty popular map amongst the community.
Kings Row, a classic, staple of Overwatch. Can't get rid of it. It's been there since the beginning. It was practically the beginning. And for that reason, obviously, it's going to be pretty popular.
Yeah. I mean, good game. What's not to like about it, right? Or a good map, not good game.
Chokes, but, who doesn't... Yeah. Who really likes going through that small, narrow choke?
I mean, if you look at any of these maps, that's the telling factor of any of these hybrid maps is that initial choke. So you'll be able to really see teams plan around trying to hold that choke, how they're going to hold it, and how they're going to actually get right through it. I guess speaking of getting right through it, we can get right through this and get on into the match. But first, let's take a quick word from our sponsor, Rogue. Remember, you can get 10% off with code PROLEAGUE off your next purchase.
10%. And we are back. You guys ordered your Rogue Energy yet? Because I know I did. And that 10% really saved me a lot.
It always saves a lot. It's, you gotta have the Rogue Energy.
Especially if you buy it by the truckload like I did.
You just gotta buy a big vat to start off with.
Well, it starts out as a powder, obviously. It has to be, it's measured in grams or, metric tons. Not in my case.
That's fair. They could probably melt it down and put it into...
my veins?
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Sorry. Oh, no. No,
right.
What is going on?
So in the meantime, let's see. 40 seconds on the clock before the gates open up. Looks like we have a Rhine on Rhine battle coming up. Along with, let's see, Kale Black on Reaper. Pretty fitting name. And Little Toasty on May. That could be absolutely devastating on this show.
You know, the May picks are always just a pain when it comes to these hybrid maps. They're so hard to work against because they'll just trap you out. You have to all full dive in.
The players know it. Now the question is, does Jotaro know it? Oh, they're taking an unorthodox route up and above, around the wall. They might have just caught on before they even implemented it. Look at that. Oh, Toasty with a pin. That might have given them more damage than good.
I'm protecting.
CT taking high ground. They are Soldier trying to pressure him in. Heading to point. Already on point. But that might have just done separating him from the rest of the team. Oh, and an immediate pin from Triple Dash. Saving their Soldier as the rest of the team collapses on point. Scotty and his team are backed up into the corner, but they managed to come out swinging, taking 2 people with them.
That's a big purple going out.
Things are not looking good for the defense.
Nosferatu falling. Little Toasty, the last
Nope.
there, unable to hold it, and no one's gonna be able to get there. Yeah. That's going to be it. They're going to grab the point in just about a minute and a half.
Valkyrie regrouping. Round the corner. Dax taking a high ground approach. Immediately being pressured off by the massive amounts of fire he sees.
Stop the payload.
This...
Monkey playing up.
Yeah.
No one's on point though, so they might be losing a little bit of time here. Oh no,
we do have one on point.
This ends now.
Here comes the ult, the counter ult. Will that do anything?
Oh!
The counter! Earth Shatter. Toasty and Toast are still fighting back. Valkyrie is saying no to that.
That's not going to be a good one. Ooh. That's a rough time there for Kale Black.
They did reverse that entire momentum. That could have been way worse than it ended up being. As they managed to salvage the point at the choke. Good position for Valkyrie. Oh! And a quick hit on that. Huge damage on the enemy Reinhardt, taking him out. Great team composition. Great call-outs.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, those chokes that are around here just, with May, it hurts so bad.
Dax tried to do something a little sneaky and paid for it. Staying away from his team, maybe trying to go for a flank high noon. That leaves the main area open for just a huge brawl from Triple Dash coming in, taking out their main. But he's purple and he's in the corner. He's looking good. And that's the change. This officially became a 1-on-5 as Venom is forced to retreat back to their team.
Your end is within my reach.
Yeah, a little bit of damage going out here, waiting for that Fade to come back, and she's able to get out.
Hey, that's good. You might have lost your team, but you can't get the stagger. That's deadly. That's worse than a team kill.
We do have
counter charge, hit Triple Dash, and the ice steal. Absolutely devastating. I don't know if that's gonna work for him. Trying to throw him this wall of paint up there. Did not seem to do anything besides waste a bit of ult charge. Cat's still in the back, trying to take some pot shots at the McCree.
He's just gonna sit still, see if he can stay alive. Does get a bit of healing. Gonna try to take some more long shots here. Get a little bit more damage, a little ult charge.
Monkey seems to have been regrouped to start push in on the offensive yet again. T, asserting dominance on the high ground, trying to keep Dax off.
This ends now.
Back on the point. Dax takes high ground.
Target down. Let's go.
Alright, so it's a 3. Ooh! Crazy Shatter going up right as both shatters going up right as the wall went up.
Monkey.
Look at that. Monkey's taking it.
Monkey continues walking in here. They do switch off of the soldier in favor of a Bastion.
Bastion? Oh boy, we're about to see some real damage coming up. Alright, so second point taken by Monkey as Valkyrie regroups around the circle. Another coordinated assault. Didn't really pay off though, but I could see what they were doing. The charge into the Reaper ult. And then Memento though is keeping up Venom, retreating again all the way back to spawn after their team got wiped. Point is getting really close there. About to hit right around the corner. As Monkey's keeping an assertive front. Kisharatu coming in with the charge. Barely gets out the counter charge. Oh man. Just like that. Stays on the offensive. Venom and Dax relatively that can really contest. Lotosi's coming in, but will they make it in time? The wall and the pin. Well, that might be it for the round here. That's round one.
Round one.
Point?
Complete.
Monkey.
I'll say it again.
Score.
Please don't message
0 to 3.
any of the casters
Sides.
mid-game. It's very distracting, and your message just goes straight to the stream.
Initiating match.
Send a message in Discord. We'll check in between matches. Could all be good. Well, that was a heck of a first round. It seemed very.
It was back and forth, but I feel like Monkey had the draw. Monkey had the draw almost every single time.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, back and forth. I will give you. It was very back and forth. Felt like, but I think in end terms, I mean, obviously it ended up with Monkey getting ahead there, but I feel like it felt closer than it actually was. There was a lot of space that was given up by Val.
Yeah, I feel like there was a decent amount of space given up by Monkey early on. But let me tell you, I saw what they were setting up. Monkey has definitely had some coaching. They have some tricks up their sleeve.
5.
Some really spicy combinations between their tank and their DPS.
Attackers incoming.
Now that she's on the other foot, will Valkyrie be able to push through this choke? And just like that, an immediate pick. Things are looking good. Reaper on the far left side being forced out. Back to his left.
That's a lot of damage. Toast going down.
That seemed to pay off, but their tank is on the other end now. Can Triple Dash make it back here? Popping back just ever so slightly, he manages to make back to his line just as Toast comes out of spawn yet again. So it's back to square one for both teams here. The Reaper coming up, contesting Dax, pushing him off the bus as he manages to get a pick and just immediately runs into it. Hit and run, that's exactly what you want to do with Reaper. You want to linger. When you linger, you're dead. Here comes the rock. He barely misses teeth. Looks like Valkyrie's trying to compose himself, trying to come up with a plan here. He managed to take this corner. Triple Dash getting really antsy, pushing way past choke more than I'm comfortable with.
Disrupting.
So Valkyrie trying to sort of move them together over here. Trying to see if maybe we can get a pick and move in on that. T holding that angle, trying to get that corner as Valkyrie rotates up to the top. Reaper seems to want to contest that, but decided maybe it wasn't a great idea.
Tactical visor.
Alright, and just like that, 2, 3 ult pop. as they make a huge push in.
Get over here.
Decimates their tank. And the shatter is to deny the revive.
Hide me, friends.
It might not be over yet. They might be able to fight this off if they actually get a pick here.
Unstoppable.
Ryan is purple. Alright.
He's taking up the exact amount of position he needs. The exact amount of space. Just forcing them out.
There's a great play by Triple Dash there.
I rubbed some dirt on it. Let's go.
Looks like Monke's forming a little defensive line. T still holding an angle, while Reaper looks like he's trying to get it to high ground yet again. Oh wait, maybe not yet. You definitely see what they're doing. Monkey knows what's going to happen as they crack. Jack shoots. Hail Mary look. As they separate half
This
the team.
ends now.
Wasn't able to capitalize on it.
That's a big push.
That's a big push, but that was a big miss on the shadow. I don't even know how they missed that. Oh, huge purple. That's one down.
Let the ravens feast.
Two down on the Valkyries. Oh, a devastating point. 30 seconds on the clock. Triple Dash stuck behind enemy lines. Can they get the kill here? Doesn't seem like it as Triple Dash manages to storm his way out of yet another deep push. He takes out Jax as it's down to 13 seconds with a 4v5. They have to make it to point now or risk losing the entire round. Alright, Sophie and Toast Rods are coming in to make the push, trying to get into point. That's definitely going to be at least a contest. As Triple Dash hold off the rest of the team. Kills. Well, Toasty manages to get the DPS. Huge shadow comes out. Can they touch? That's the game. Literally had me at the edge of my seat the entire time.
It could have gone either way. They just needed a couple more picks to actually make it happen.
Every single time. It was close, but the fates just went in the other direction. Both sides I saw were purple and were low. One. And almost every single time Monkey manages to inch out that extra damage, that just spun the entire fight their way.
Yeah, they yeah, it's a bit difficult for the Ryan v Ryan matchup there. I think Toast feels most comfortable on his Ryan there, considering there was no switch off of it or they had a plan specifically for it. But I would have expected or thought that we would have seen a change off of that Ryan into Ryan to see if something else could be made happen, right?
They attempted it in the beginning. They got a pick, but that was mostly because the DPS was overextended. Monkey's DPS T just got caught with their pants down on the wrong side of the choke. But I believe that the strong suits are strong for a reason. And, you know, the Ryan hammer works just as well as the Sigma balls. So,
yeah.
Honestly, I don't blame him for switching back to what he's most comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, playing what you're most comfortable with, even if it's into an unsatisfactory matchup, it's always going to be better than if you played something you're not good at into a satisfactory matchup, because you can't get the competitive edge on that hero that you're not comfortable with, right? So understandable. We'll have to see what we're doing going into this next round, which looks like
Antarctica.
Yeah.
Not one of my personal favorites. I'm going to be honest. Something about the consistent blue color just throws me off. I don't know what it is.
You know, that's fair. And I mean, with it being a blue color map, I mean, Valkyrie Vanguard is the blue team this time, so maybe that'll work.
Might have a small advantage.
Maybe so. Maybe. We'll see.
Probably not, but we'll see.
Everyone use a blue skin, so you blend right in. No biggies there. So, yeah, let me make sure everyone on the team is ready, and we should be ready to move forward. We got one ready from Monke, Waiting on a ready from Valkyrie Vanguard, and there it is. So let's get a hop right into this frozen wasteland of a map. And
The Antarctic.
Gotta love the Antarctic.
I mean, you know, you gotta. Penguins live here.
That is true.
Penguins
Yeah.
like penguins.
Initiating match.
You know, communists. I'm just kidding.
In
I'm
the
pretty sure.
Antarctic?
No, you said who doesn't love penguins? I said communists.
No, they love penguins.
Yeah, probably so. But I mean, I guess that's one thing that everyone in the world can agree on is our love for penguins, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got everything. They got style. They got grace. They got that funny face. It's awesome.
That they
All
do.
right, and coming in ready for battle. Let's see. We got Monke looking like coming in with a similar setup from last game.
I think it's the
Not
exact
really
same.
changing much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ratu on Valkyrie, still sticking with Ryan. He definitely believes in his Ryan superiority. Dax with his hit scan. McCree, or I'm sorry, Cassidy. Still getting used to it. And it's a little toasty with the May. I believe that toast and toast combos with the May wall line pin could be absolutely devastating. You just gotta really execute it right and just avoid and just close out any and all escape paths that this guy, that's their target can have.
Yep.
Alright, and as the two teams start to collide, let's see how it goes off. Let's see. Valkyrie managing to secure the high ground, the counter pin on both runs, but the purple just manages to devastate them. Wall coming out a little bit too late to really isolate the Ryan in any meaningful way as Valkyrie's on the back heel yet again. Dax trying to push it, and he gets punched with a huge pin by Triple Dash. Triple Dash is out of position. This could be actually huge here. They managed to take out Triple Dash here. They didn't take out Triple Dash, but they did take out the Reaper. One DPS down could be huge for momentum. The counter charge yet again. Toast is absolutely on his lane with this. Triple Dash is managing to survive every single encounter and charging back in to take out the little Toast. Triple Dash is going in. It's a Ryan battle, 3v1 in the corner. Oh, now 3v2. Let's just all out brawl on the side. Hey.
Another counter there.
Valkyrie really trying to just get the spacing down on the side of the Oh, it was that it was dropped right in time for the shatter. That is devastating. As Monke just wins that match outright from there.
That is jaw-dropping. He timed that perfect for when that thing fell.
It is unfortunate, but it makes great TV. Like most tragedies.
I love it.
Shield activated.
All right. So, like you were saying though,
Here.
yeah, like you were saying, those charges. I'll hold off because we're back into a fight here.
The charges are on point. Problem is follow-up, not so much. Triple Dash is getting out of every single trap they set. And that's definitely due to the healing that's and that's a big play right there. 3 down on Monke.
I've got you.
Remaining as the rest of the team pushes in, securing the kill on Jotaro, and they all collapse onto Blue. 92%, 93%. It's gonna be a 0 to 100 if Toast and the rest of Valkyrie wants to win this.
Hello.
Yeah. This they lose any more fights. That's the last fight.
That is the last fight they can lose.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough one here, but it is possible.
CT sticking up on the right flank here, going up from the 3 on the 3 as Dax manages to edge out that. Now down 1 DPS. Monkeys determining whether or not they want to go in. They have high ground, but will they commit to the follow-up? Triple Dash, confident enough to go in. Shadow that catches no one. That's another 3 wins for Valkyrie, making this a 4v2. Oh man. I think Monke's starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here.
Yeah.
Just switch back to Bastion.
A taste of poison.
That's not usually a sign of confidence. But you know, I might be wrong. Maybe they have a great Bastion. And Pin just barely not killing Little Toasty. But Big Toasty goes down right behind. That might be the match right here, unless they get pick up this.
Not the last.
Tax trying his hardest.
Down.
Unable to grab it.
It is
Man.
a rough
0
start.
to 1.
Yeah,
But I can see the grit that Valkyrie has. I'm not counting them out yet.
Ready for
T last map on King's Row did actually switch over from Sojourn over to the Bastion, and it worked out for him just fine. So I think they had the plan for it, just to get in there and be able to break out the Rhine Shield and just get rid of it, negate it, and do a little bit more damage everywhere else. And I mean, so far, working pretty good.
4,
Yeah, apparently.
3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Now, will Valkyrie have a plan for that?
You know, I hope so. Like you said, good TV, right?
Good TV. And this is match point going into season 2, game 2 for both teams, as Monke takes initiative, dash, low ground, taking the main point, while the rest of Valkyrie is going into the game on high ground. Triple dash coming in first, a little bit too far out.
That is so deep.
Just Rock is trying to get a counter finish. Doesn't work out, going into TV, absolutely getting consumed by the Monkey Force.
Monkey Force.
The force that is Monkey.
Watch Jotaro here for a second. He gets a little bit of damage. He's getting around really well, which I mean you should be able to with the jumps. It's just not seen as much.
This definitely prefers, benefits off of verticality. Something that bad piece does have. Coming in, collapsing. Triple dash just absolutely chasing down Toast as it goes for a draw. Shadow Knight gets, but it's leading out their demons are the same. Toast is going down, making this 4v5. And just like that's a 2v5, forcing the remnants of Valkyrie to
It's rough. There's not many changes being made to try and counter what's going on Monkey's side, and Monkey keeps seeming to have it their way.
Well, Toasty switching to Reaper, but he didn't really get a lot of opportunities to utilize that. Let's see if this life he can manage to make that work, get some value out of that switch. Because Reaper can be absolutely devastating against the Baptiste, or even a Bastion. That's going down in the early fight here. Not too good, but if they manage to hold on, they can wait for him to come back. The percentages keep mounting as it's getting real close. Oh, that cleanse shattered. That just won't land. It is frustrating to see. 5 seconds left on the clock. And the remnants about to push in. 4v5. 3v5. 2, 1. Looks like that's it. That's all she wrote for this game.
victory.
What an intense brawl.
Yeah, what a match here.
Play of the
Both teams playing it out. It seemed to get ran away with a little bit by Monkey there, a little more so than I expected to begin with. So take that in your week 3 matchups, whoever's playing Monkey. So yeah. So let's take a quick break, real quick, like I said, and we're gonna bring somebody in here to interview. We'll see who it is. And take it
from our sponsors.
Yeah, take it away, Rogue. Let us converse.
And we are back here with our MVP of the game, Triple Dash. Say hi, Triple.
Hello.
Or should I call you Dash?
You
Seems
can,
more
I prefer
dynamic.
triple. I prefer triple. Yeah.
You sure? Dash seems
Yeah.
really more dynamic. You know what? Triple's 3 times
Whatever
better,
works
right?
for you. Yeah.
Go triple. What a game, man. You had me sweating there.
Yeah, I was sweating a lot there too.
Oh, I could tell. I could tell. A lot of Ryan brawls that honestly I feel like should have went the other way, but somehow you managed to just squeak by and just knock out 1, 2, 3 just like that.
Yeah, it's it's a lot of credit to my supports, especially those on anti heals. Those came in really clutch.
Of course. I did want to bring up one specific play that kind of got me what's the word? On the edge of my seat. So let's see. Was it not New Queen Street? King's Row. Maywall goes up. I see the Reaper come up, and then immediately hits Q. You charge in, pushing the rest of their team into that. Was that planned?
Yes and no. I saw him, up on the top, and Ben was telling him just like, whenever you're ready, you go in. And then I saw him jump, and then I was just like, I gotta go in. And, yeah, I gotta go support him. And so I charged in and kind of just hoped for the best. Hope my supports would keep both me and the Reaper alive, and it went out well.
It was risky, but it definitely did pay off. I mean, that like pushed in the rest of their team right into the Reaper ults. I can't really recall exactly how many it took out, but it definitely dented the other team's push.
Yeah, I think I got everyone but the Moira.
Yeah, the Moira is really hard to get on that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Real quick. I think it was this last map. Maybe it was the one right. I think it was the one right before that, actually. It's still in Antarctica with the shatter play that you had. I don't think this is the one you were just asking about. Sorry, I was messing with the stream there. The shatter that you had that you essentially shattered into the May wall, but the May wall went down like immediately whenever you went to shatter. Was that luck, or was that timed, or what? Part
of me wants to tell you that it was timed and it was pure skill, but no, it was absolutely luck. I went to go shatter, that May wall was there, and I cursed, and then it went down, and it was like a miracle.
Yeah. Schmuck. You know what? I'll tell you exactly what that was. That was heartbreaking. Okay, that was heartbreaking.
I saw it happen, and I literally had to watch my screen and like try to go to somebody else to watch with my jaw just open. I was like, how did that happen? That was wild. But yeah, that was an incredible play, and it looked skillful. But man, to be able to time something like that out would just be insane. But hey,
all around good plays. I feel like you guys were coordinating really well out there. Was that something that you guys were working on for the new week here since last week?
No, so we've actually been really fortunate since relatively day one. Our first game, it was a little bit rocky, and then from there it's been really a cohesive unit. We've just been playing off of each other, communicating really well. So it's been something in the works since day one.
Awesome.
Hey, well, that's great to hear.
Anything else to say, Edak?
I've got no other questions here, and I don't want to keep anybody waiting or anybody hanging out in the stream just to hear me flap my gums. So if we're all good,
let's start the sign up here. Thanks everyone for joining the stream. Be sure to tune in next time for our next game, which is when again?
Next game is Sunday, I believe.
Sunday. Overwatch Sunday, featuring who again?
Featuring our team.
Our team called?
Yeah. What is our team called?
The Thunder Squad.
There it is. Yeah. Bring the thunder. Thunder Squad versus No Balls. So yeah, check it out. It'll be 8:30, I believe. You can see it just down below the stream. But anyway,
before we sign up, do you have anything to say to the Sands, Triple?
Yeah, I do. Thank you for coming out and watching, and come back next week because I promise you another win.
All right. Ooh. Thanks for everyone for joining us. Hope to see you again next time on Overwatch. Broly.